Assalamu alaikum. I feel very unfortunate that I'm not a participant in this gathering, rather treated as an outsider who comes and goes away. Because I always feel I'm part of the community. That's where my life is spent, and my work was shaped, my ideas were developed. I'll be missing out everything that you'll be talking about, which I'm very interested to hear and learn. And I want to thank World Bank for organizing this. This was our responsibility to organize, but we failed. World Bank has to step in to make it happen. That way I feel very deprived, very frustrated that we couldn't do it. It was part of our plan, part of our responsibility in the past to organize this as a part of SARC. SARC is a word, is forgotten. That's a shame on us. This was supposed to be the idea of SARC, that we get together and make exchanges and learn from each other. For some very difficult to understand reason, we have to stop that. And ever since I has taken the responsibility in the government, I'm repeatedly reminding that we must get back to SARC. That's where our family belongs to. And I will not give up repeating that appeal to the governments of the region. Today I feel very excited that academics at the highest level could get together in Dhaka. It's important that this is Dhaka. I hope you will have a chance to kind of review the things that happened in Dhaka in the past few months. That will clarify what this university education is all about, or education as a whole is all about. I'm here, my colleagues are here, because something happened in Dhaka. Otherwise, there's no reason for me to be here, for my colleagues to be here. And I thought that will be the core of the subject to be discussed in this gathering. Who are these young people that we are dealing with? They have their own mind. They stood up and raised their voice and brought down the ugliest fascist regime you could ever think of, given their lives. It would be a missed opportunity if you don't spend some time on understanding what they did a few months back on this very city. What was their expectation? what was their aspirations, why did they stood up in front of guns and gave their lives, knowingly it will happen. And one school student actually wrote a letter to the mother. Mom, forgive me. Dad, forgive me. I'm going to the street, joining my friends. You tried to stop me with a high school kid. You tried to stop me, but I thought again and again. I'm not a coward. My friends are on the street, they are giving their lives. I cannot hide here sitting and hearing about that. So I'm leaving. Forgive me for that. If I don't come back, please forgive me. So it was not sudden outburst. It's very pre-planned things. I wish you will have some occasion to see the videos of the things that happened in the city of Dhaka. These are not new. It happened in Sri Lanka. It just happened in Nepal. It happened in a big way in Dhaka. So what does education mean? What this university means? What the role of the teachers are all about? So they are the ones standing in front of the students trying to calm them down. Didn't listen. Gave their lives and made it happen. Now it's election time. The election is coming up on 12th of February. The uprising tore apart everything. They created their own charter, July Charter, to undo everything that we are stuck up with. So there will be referendum to adopt what the future constitution of Bangladesh should be like. Because they felt the root of all the trouble is the constitution. We can't go along with that institution. We didn't teach them in the classroom all those things. They were not taking courses on that. So where are we in the university? Who are we talking to? Today, they have formed their own political party. And very soon, on the 13th of February, they will be on the ballots. I'm sure some of them will get elected. They were in our classroom the other day. Now they are on the street, and then they are in the political party of their own. And if they get elected, someone may be the education minister. Tell us, the community of educators, what education is all about. What the university education would be like, what it should be. So it's a world of very different kind. So we have to pay attention to what's going on and what is coming up. Old ways of doing things is a self-destructing mechanism. We have to do it quickly, as they have done quickly. July, August, uprising. Now January, This was 24, this is 26. That's it. So this is one issue. I hope this will be taken up seriously in this gathering, in this discussion, where we are, what is being missed, how we can run and be in the front rather than falling behind. So that's the challenge of the day. It's not going away. It will show up again and again unless we fix us all the things that we pass on in the name of education. I hope you'll have a chance to invite some of those leaders to come and tell us why they moved from the classroom to the street. And what is their expectation? What is missing in the classroom? So there is no mismatch. Education on one side, young people on the other side. That's no good. So this is an appeal. See if you can look through the videos since you missed out the real happening, but only a few months back, right here on the street. And ask yourself, what does it mean to us as a whole region, not just one country? The other issues that I wanted to share, which I have been fondly pursuing as a lone voice, probably, that our education system is wrong. This is a simple point I was making, I keep making. Our education system is job-oriented education. In the back of our mind, that everything we do, we think, if you go through this, if a student goes through this courses, they'll be good enough to take a job. If he or she fails to take a job, we think it's failure on the part of the student, not us. Why do we design a job-oriented education? That you have to have a degree to go to the job market so that they find you appropriate candidate. Is this the purpose of education? I'm sure you've gone through many times on a different perspective. How to adapt your syllabus and everything to be appropriate for the market, quote-unquote market. My position always has been, human beings are not born as slaves. Each human being is a free person. Job comes from the tradition of slavery. You slave for somebody. You don't like the job, but you do it because they pay you. That's slavery. My lonely voice is saying that human beings are born as a creative being. That's how we survived in this planet, as a creative being. From the very day we are born, we are creative. Even as a baby, we are creative. Creativity is essence of human being. Job is the negation of it. It takes away your creativity. You take orders. That's slavery. These young people who marched on the street, they refused to be slaves, refused to take orders. And that's where the conflict began. So what kind of education that you will be giving? This is a question I raise with you. You may dismiss it. You may pause for a while. But this is my point. Should we continue this education to create slaves? Turning creative being into slaves, that's a criminal job. So I translated that creativity into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur is a creative being. Why can't we teach entrepreneurs rather than job seekers? Tell young people you're not job seekers, you're job creators. You're agents of change. You create things the way you imagine. Imagination is the essence of human being. We discredit it. We say, no, not imagination. Be practical. Human beings are not born to be practical. They are born with enormous power of imagination. That's what drives them, makes them fall crazy. That's why they gave lives, imagination. They had nothing on the street. They had an imagination. We want to build a new Bangladesh. That's their slogan. And they were committed to it, didn't give up. Older people telling them, no, you go back to school, get some jobs. Uprising is over. Fascist regime disappeared. Now go back. They said, no, we're not going to go back. We came here for a purpose, not just throwing away a regime. We want to create the country in the imagination that we have. As you go around in Dhaka city, you'll be doing probably between sessions or after the sessions, you'll see the walls on the street. Every wall is painted. Still the painting is on. These are not artists. All these young people are not artists. Just the kids from every family. Family is not a rich family. Very mundane, everyday family is struggling with their life. The kid is coming out, having some imagination about what the country should be. That's all. Burning idea in them. So while they are fighting on the street, giving their lives, they are painting on the wall. What's wrong with this society? They draw pictures. They're not painters. They've never painted anything before. But this time they did. It's all there. Amazing expressions. You don't have them in their textbooks. They never learned from any poem or anything. Just figured it out, what this is all about. Just I remember one quickly. One writes, there's no substitute. It goes on because there's no alternative. He gives the answer, I am the alternative. Similar thing all over Dhaka city. It's not only Dhaka city, every city in Bangladesh, you go, you see these paintings on the wall. There was no plan, there was no, somebody created this little messages. No, everybody figured out their own messages. They just go to the little shop on the street, ask for money. Please give me some money. I want to buy some paint and some brush so that I can paint something on the wall. This is where the money came from. But there was no planning authority designing who should do what, nothing. That is the inner creativity every single human being. So education right there on the street. But we refuse to learn. We go back to the books. We learn how to write a good application for a job. That's the mismatch. I hope we could debate and discuss what education should be. Students have not raised that issue yet. They're so busy with the political issues. But someday they will raise that issue. What is education? Why are you teaching this? Who needs it? They will define what the education should be. And you should help them. Because we failed. We failed to help them grow up in their imagination. Make them imagine, make them go for it. Because that's what life is all about. Imagine and make it happen. I hope you'll have a chance to go through this from the videos or even inviting some of them. They will feel awkward because big professor sitting in front of students to listen. They may mumble. They're just like any other kid in your classroom. They're scared of their teachers. But because of the uprising, they may have hardened a little bit. I'm not talking about boys. I'm talking about both boys and girls. You listen to those girls who were pushed in the back of the home. Now they are leading the nation. Same girl. Not a different family. Same girl who are taught again and again, don't do this, don't do this. You're not supposed to do this. She's on the street, speaking out her mind. So you're in the right place and see what it means to our region. Our region is a one totality. It's not pieces that doesn't fit into the picture. It is a one whole picture. We work together. We learn from each other. We are a family. Politicians make them forget that. So we have to rediscover ourselves. Thank you. I'm very happy to be with you. Sorry for all this on-the-spot remarks. I hope it will mean something to you. Thank you very much.